Hello. So I've spent the last two videos explaining spirit stones. There's a first one explaining what kinds of basic stones you're going to be looking for per position, and a second one on what are the unique stones, where would you place them, and you got to be aware of the color of the slots of your player. So now it's really nice that I explained to you what stones are out there, but you're going to be asking me, so where exactly do we get said stones? Because the thing is, there are many different levels, from 1 to 6 stars, and then uniques. So, to start, one of the most common places you're going to be getting them, especially at the beginning, is going to be in story mode. So, if you go in story mode, you just look at the rewards of any match, and you're going to see some stones. I'm not sure if you can see it as my emulator tends to cut a little bit the border, but these are mainly 2 to 3 star stones. So those are pretty low. And of course, the minute you go into hell mode, the stones are going to start being much more advanced. You can, with a very low chance, and I'm not going to insist enough on how low it is, get a 6-star stone. The thing is, there's some free, basically it's going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're usually going to be getting those 4, those 3s, sometimes the 5s. And once in a Destiny, you're going to be getting a 6-star. So be aware that they can be obtained, especially at the beginning when you can't afford any other way. Just stick any stone on a player. Again, you're going to be removing them, replacing them, selling them. As long as you don't upgrade the stone, they cost nothing to change, especially if they're low stars, so it's really not a big deal to just throw one on. Now, the best way to get some, being of course the most efficient. Now again, this is going to be a little bit more technical depending on your team ability. It's going to be going in space-time continuum and doing what we call the stone match. Every single day of the week there is going to be one. There are 2 types of stone matches. There's going to be the under level 60 stone match. When I mean level, I mean rank. Meaning that you haven't ranked at 60. At 60 exactly, it will give you the other stone match, by the way, in case that's unclear. And if you look, I can't show the rewards because I don't have access, even if I had the energy. But the rewards are basically going to be every stone from around 3 to 6 star. Here, they're even saying it there. And upon winning the match, you have a 100% chance of getting one. So that is going to be the best place to get 6-star stones. Again, you're not going to be getting one every time. You're going to be getting a stone, but it might not be 6-star. So this is pretty good to get 4, 5, and 6 stars. Now you're going to have a better drop rate in the other stone match who appears at rank 61 and above. So in this match, it's going to be a little bit, well, more than a little bit. It's going to be much harder, depending again on your team, your element, and the opposing team. In my personal opinion, I find that the light one is the hardest, as every skill is maxed out and they have a backline who can heal. I actually run the exact same setup, who makes it highly ironic. My only problem is that I can't stack as much hype as they can, making it very frustrating. So on average, you're going to need to get all the way up to rank 90 to actually be able to beat it. So when you're around the 50s, you're going to want to be more careful. And I realized I did make a mistake. Maybe it was changed or I had a misconception. It appears at rank 61 and the other one stops at 60 counted inside. So sorry for the little mistake. Now, what I'm going to tell you, even for the other one, they're still hard. And some of you don't play actively enough to be able to do them or things like that or have issues. Especially when you're going to hit that 61 mark, you're no longer going to be able to do them. But you still need those stones. So hell is not the best place to get it, especially since the amount of strength it's going to require is insane to farm one stone. I know that a lot of you are going to be highly dedicated to this, so you're going to be able to do it. But I mean, do you want to be spending 400 strength to get one stone who could be a 6-star, who might not even be the one you want, and I'm not even getting started on the 6 stars that are rare, who are the ones we all want. I've explained previously what those are, but I'm just going to say Dark Action Speed, Light Reflex, Andor Reflex, Whirlwind Speed. Those are the 4 stones we're never going to have enough of. Now what you're going to want to do is as early on as you can, you're going to want to scout this manager. I consider it the most important manager to get early game. Why? She's Marineko. Well, you can just see her picture here. So her storyline and her passive honestly have no value. But what's magical is her active. Again, maxing her out is honestly not even valuable. I haven't even tried to soup her. You just need her level 1 and you need to evolve her. Evolving her is extremely important, as if you don't, you won't get 6 stars. So what she's going to give you is a stone from free to 6 star. To be honest, I'm going to say that approximately every 12 to 15th day, well, not 12 to 15th day, more 12 to 15 draw, I'm going to be getting a 6 star. Majority of the time, they're not going to be rare. But that's not such a big deal, because what it means is I got 6 star materials to try combine for unique stones. So I'm not really complaining, because I at least got something that's good, and sometimes you're going to need those non-rare stones. She will also give you rare stones, but the drop rate is really low, so I wouldn't rely on her for that. I would more rely on the match and space-time continuum. Now, another way you can use her, as I told you, she will give you a lot of 6 stars who are not rare, approximately 1 a week, maybe 2, depending on your luck. Now, this plus the matches, on average, you're going to be making 7 to 8 of those stones a week. So that's a pretty decent number. But the thing is, a lot of the time, we don't know what to do with them. So as you can see here, I got a bunch of them who I'm just not using. For example, I don't need 6 Wormwind Reflex stones. I mean, they don't even have a special passive. So especially the ones who don't have any good passive, because you can look at them, you can actually sacrifice them to try get a better stone. And what I mean by sacrifice, just be aware that this is going to cost you around 500,000. So it's not something to be taken lightly, is combination. So what you can do is sacrifice some 6 star stones with 0 power-up levels. I'm insisting on the 0. And this will give you a rare stones. As it says here, you can get a rare spirit stone by combining 5 stones of the same grade. Just to point this out, I'm going to show by randomly sticking some in. If this would have worked, and I would have gotten from this an Andor spirit stone. If I remove the ones who are not in the center, just to point the way it works out, I'm going to put here a Thunder, a Wormwind, another Wormwind, and a Dark. Especially this is even a rare on top of it, and that's a rare. And if you notice, the price hasn't changed, and it's still promising an Andor, so it's the center slot that matters. Now, this is good when you're trying to get those rare stones and you just have a lot of money left and you're fed up. So for that light reflex, the Andor reflex, depending on which element you're working with, you can use this when you're fed up and you have a lot of money. And if not, you can plus 15 them and try to do this to get a unique. So again, combining stones at the beginning doesn't sound so interesting, but endgame is actually going to be one of the best way to get stones. So again, more you progress, more you're going to actually be using the combine. Do not use it if anything you're using is under 6 star. Only 6 stars are worth combining. Anything else is a bad idea. You're wasting money on something you will eventually replace. Now, there's one last place where you can get stones, and I'm not going to stress enough on how low the quality of the drop rate is. Actually, there's technically 2 of them, but it's exactly the same thing. One is the daily achievement. You're going to have, let me just find it. Here. A 3 to 6 star spirit stone. So I'm gonna say I'm extremely disappointed with this box, because compared to Marineko, the drop rate of 6 stars is ridiculously low. I've barely gotten any, and I would say Marineko completely outranks this. Once in a while, you're gonna get them in consecutive achievements, so that's pretty nice. You're gonna be able to get them in daily events. Again, those are not really things you're gonna be able to control, so that's why I'm not pointing those out majorly. But if you look on the very last day, on the 27th day, you're going to 6 star rare spirit stone. And here you're going to get a 6 star non-rare spirit stone. That's what it means. That's why the word rare is not there. So again, that means a month, well, 28 days depending on the month. It's not exactly a month, but you're going to be getting 2 6 stars for free. So that's really not that major. And now you have the league. So Galaxy Super League, again, more free money. We never complain about that. If you look at the rewards, you have the possibility to get, after you've beaten, when you've entered Gold League, as one of the rewards could be a free start to 6-star Spirit Stones. So for those who are familiar with League, um, a lot of times you've seen it's going to show you some sort of blinking special message above the reward saying it's better. For Spirit Stones, it's going to say the exact same thing, but that means that the stone that's going to come, irrelevant of what it is, will at least be of rare quality. So unless you have that message, I wouldn't say try your luck. And the amount of unique stones you're going to get from this are very low. I mean, I've personally never gotten one, and we were even talking about this on the forum on how low the drop rate is. Of course, if you're in Galaxy League compared to if you're even in Champion League, the rates are going to be different. As you can see, the minimum and the maximum are going to be going up. So I hope this helps people understand exactly where to get the stones. And for any questions of how to use them, there were 2 previous videos based on that. So I thank you very much for watching this. And if you have any other questions or any requests you want, just post me a comment and I'll gladly answer.